The secret is simple. All you have to do is just follow the trend.
What to do, YouTube family? Thanks so much for having us. We got another cracker video today. Today, our case study is FxAlexG. Short background into him without sharing too much. He started out in Dunkin' Donuts and has worked himself up into being one of the most talked about traders at the moment. You can check out his channel in the description where he started out with $100. I'll say that again, $100, and was able to grow it to 300,000. Well done, FxAlexG. I hope you guys enjoy all the takeaways that we've taken from all his interviews, and let us know what you think about it. Please also leave a comment on who else we should study. We're here to help you guys. All right, peace out, much love.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah, so I mean, definitely it started around 29. Like I think it was late 2018, early 2019, and it was pretty much how everybody comes around trading. It was the whole IML stuff. I got recruited by one of these guys, and I went to one of the events, got sold on the pitch, and pretty much I was part of their whole circle for I think about 2 months. Realized they weren't into trading. They were just, the whole social media marketing guys, it is what it is. Then after that, I just drove straight into YouTube, YouTube Academy. I tried to pretty much piece a bunch of people's strategies together. I would just search up on YouTube, how to trade Forex. How do I start trading it? What do I do? What don't I do? What's a chart? What's a pip? Like, what are all these stuff? And it was probably trial and error for about a year and a half until I finally decided, I'm like, you know what? I'm done wasting my time. I'm just going to buy somebody's course. And I ended up buying some course from some guy over in the UK. I feel like I was very fortunate that I only ended up buying his education and just sticking to it, because a lot of people feel like they make a mistake where they buy a bunch of different people and they get all this noise and they don't know what to do. For me, it was just a bunch of noise from YouTube, and then it didn't make any sense at all, because I realized to myself, I'm like, well, clearly I'm just listening to too many stuff. So let me just pick on one person and let me just stick to it. So I got that around probably year 2 almost. And then year 2.5 is where I then, got my first payout, and everything else is history. So I never, and this is something that I've had my whole entire life, I never, ever, ever give up. So whatever I get into, I'm either going to figure it out and win, or it's going to break before I figure it out. So I'm a workhorse. I don't take no for an answer. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to get beat down. So I guess that kind of comes from my family. My parents are immigrants from Cuba. They came here without even speaking English, and they figured it out. So I guess that kind of comes from them. They made no excuses that anybody able to be successful in the eyes of my whole entire family and from what they come from. So I guess a trait that I have or something is I will never give up. I will never stop, ever, until I get what I want, until I succeed. And that is for a simple fact.
Yeah, so like what everybody wants to do is when they come, they just want to make money, right? Like I want to put money into an account, I want to flip it so I don't have to, like my thing was like, I want to flip $100 to 500 so I don't have to go to work on the weekend, right? I take the weekend off. So they're like, I'm chasing the money. Like I want to make $400, right? And I'll go work the weekend. But when you put in percentage, like terms, that's like 400% in like 5 days, right? At least in Forex, that's like not realistic. You're like over leveraging the shit out of your account. So what made me shift was realizing that you can't chase the money, and then you got to realize that it's not going to happen when you say it is. Like the market, like you can't just pull up to the market and it's like, all right, I'm going to take a trade today and it's going to play out in my favor. Like that's just not how it works. Like the market has to give you a good trading setup. You could be a week without a solid setup, or you could be 2 weeks where it's fire. So you don't really determine it. That's where people have the wrong concept, because they're like, oh, if I go work tomorrow and I work hard, I'm going to get a paycheck at the end of the day, at the end of the week. So if I go to the markets and I go work hard, go put the time, I'm going to get a paycheck at the end of the day, end of the week. And that's not how it happens. And it took me about 2 years to realize that. And what shifted for me was just waiting for the best trade setups to pop up so I can take those solid trades so I can risk them.
Yeah, so I learned very fast as soon as I joined that there is no way to take the percentage route on a small account, right? Because you know the goal is to make 5 to 10 to 12% a month, and you're balling, right? You're going crazy, but you can't make that same percent on $1,000. It's not going to be as effective. And as soon as I learned that, I found out about funding companies, and then that's where you know everybody was doing it at the same time. Everybody was taking a challenge, passing them, getting funded, and that's where they're like, look, bro, instead of you just paying $600. Instead of you putting $1,000 into an account, just pay $600 and get a funded account, and you can scale it. You get 70-30 profit split. And that's where everything just clicked on me. It's like, bro, if the profit target for the account at the time, it's 10%, why are you looking to now turn $1,000 into $10,000? Just buy the challenge, make 10%, which all you need is 2.5% a week. Now you're funded 100K, you get 70% profit split at the time as well, and you're golden. There's no stress. It's super simple. With one trade a week, you could get a minimum of a 2.5 with no risk. I mean, obviously risk, but not as much stress as trying to flip $1,000 to 10,000.
Risk what you're willing to risk. Do not risk money that is future money, a future paycheck, or something that is not what you can just literally fuck off. Like, only risk money you're willing to lose, because at that point you're not emotionally attached to the money. You have no FOMO, you have nothing. Just the whole emotion part is just removed, and it's just like a chain reaction from that. You're not attached to the money.
In trading, yeah, I say it's learn how to read the market. A lot of people think they know how to read the market, and they don't. They think just because they can mark off, you know, a trend line or support and resistance zone, they think they know how to read the market. I think it's actually know how to read the higher lows, learn how to read the higher highs, learn how to actually read the market structure. Once you learn how to read the market structure, now you're going to learn how to identify the trend. And then, you know, the rest will be history if you do that the right way. So you should learn how to master how to read the market. Forget about trading, forget about making money, forget about entries, forget about stop loss, take profits, forget about all of that stuff. Just understand the momentum of the market and where it's going. Once you understand the overall direction of where the market is going and you see it happen time and time again, then you can focus on entering the market with it. But you have to understand it first.
From trader.
Yeah.
Trend is your friend. If you're going against the trend, you're just, it's like the analogy that I did with the surfing. Like, bro, trust me, you want to ride the wave to the shore. You're not trying to like ride the current to the wave to then come back to the shore. You want to paddle out to the middle where the buoy is or whatever, and then you want to ride the wave to the shore. The trend is
forget. So yeah, set and forget is very simple, because the main question I would get when I get it when you swing trade is like, when do you close or when do you get out? It's like, bro, you just set a take profit and you set a stop loss and just set and forget. I guarantee you it's gonna hit one or the other. That's a fact, right? I've never seen the market just go flat. And if it goes flat, it's gonna wick either side. I guarantee you. But it's like, it's almost at my take profit. Should I close before? I'm just like, no, dude, just set and forget. Like, let it hit it or don't. Like, it's very simple. So set and forget is like a very simple way to just remove all of the emotions out of it. Trading is like 90% emotion. Like, that's where the majority of the traders fail, because they're just tripping out all the fucking time. So if you just set and forget, you just let it do its thing. Oh, the trade is 50% into my stop loss, so I stop it out. It's like, no, dude, like, why'd you put the stop loss there then? Like, you put it there because that's where you want to get out if you're wrong, right? Yeah. So like, dude, just fucking set and forget, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, and people place the take like basically, so we said, oh, it's at 900, I want to see it at 1,000. Like, they're basing a trade around money. It's like, is the trade take profit at that number? Like, maybe that take profit level isn't even a logical take profit for the price to get there. So that's why, like, so whenever I trade, I don't look at my trade. I just look at the chart. So when I take the trade, I just look at the chart, because I don't care about the money. You get me? I just care about price. Price is going to tell me pretty much what the numbers are going to tell me. So it's a little like hack that I have.
You want to set a goal for yourself? First, you need to analyze, where the fuck are you? Are you not profitable? Are you profitable? Are you break even? If you are not profitable, set yourself goal 1 to be break even. Once you reach your goal of being break even, now you set a goal to stay at break even, because you could go from losing to break even to then back to losing. So you need to set a goal where you go from losing to now from break even. Now, when you've established that you've stayed at break even, now you reach your next goal, where it's now I'm not going to be a consistently profitable trader. Now I'm going to attempt to make some profits month in, month out, week in, week out, whatever the case is. And when you've reached that point, now you say, now I'm going to try and stay consistent for period amount of time, whether it's 4 weeks, 5 weeks, however long you can be consistently profitable, and then you keep it pushing within your own reach. It's all about the level up, bro. No pun intended. But if you are right now break even, now you set a realistic goal of attempting to be profitable 1 week, then profitable another week. It's really that simple. There's no money to chase after, because if you're at that point not chasing money, there's no emotion. And I feel like people need to understand how important it is to just cut off the emotion part, because at that point you just don't give a fuck. You're just, it's literally just numbers on the screen, and you're just doing this to get the little, check, basically, like done. That's the way how I look at it now. Like, I look at it now as like winning streaks. Who cares how much I make? Let's say I made $1, bro. Whatever I make, I look at it like, if I just had a winning streak and I would have risked $1,000 per trade, I would have made X amount. If I would have made 10,000, I would have made X amount. That's just a variable that goes into. But the thing that I'm focusing on is winning. Once you're winning, then at that point you learn how to determine the risk you take when you're going to win again.
Journal. The secret is simple. All you have to do is just follow the trend. Once you follow the trend, you stick to your rules every single time. You trade within your session, and then you have to simply wait for your confirmation. And then you use risk management. You align all these things together, and just the odds of you succeeding are a lot better than that. It's just that simple.
Another amazing video. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did making it. There's so much to feed off FxAlexG, so I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining, and hope to see you guys soon. We will be releasing videos more frequently now. Cheers guys, much love fam.